How y'all doing? It's your boy, Let 'em Know Zoe. And today I'll be talking about a couple reasons why I stopped habitually buying weed. So the first reason why I stopped habitually buying weed is because, in my experience, it stunts your ambition. That can be a pretty dangerous trap to fall into because when you have no aspirations, when you have no goals, when the highest point, when the climax of your day is getting high, trust me, you're in a very low place. It's not anything that you want to really allow yourself to fall to, because it's a very dangerous place that can be hard to get out of, and that's just the truth of it. It's very dangerous when the best part of your day is just using weed, just getting high, and that's just one substance among God knows how many. So yeah, another reason why I stopped habitually habitually buying weed is because it's a waste of money, you know? So, you get it, you buy it however much you buy, an eighth, a quarter, a pound, whatever it may be. You pay your money, and then, over the next couple of days or a week or whatever it takes for you to finish everything that you got, you smoke it up, you burn it, and you having fun in the moment, It feels good in the moment, you might feel nice for a couple hours, a few times a day, for a week, whatever. And, honestly, that feeling, it comes and goes. There's really nothing that can come of that beyond just a few hours of pleasure. It doesn't really help anything, honestly, because in the long run, you're just wasting money. What about everything else that you could have spent that money on? I guarantee you, for all my weed smokers out there, for all my ex-weed smokers out there, if you go back and you think back on all the times that you spent and all the money that you spent buying weed, and you try to imagine to yourself how much you spent on it all together, number one, just imagine how much money that would be. Number two, imagine all of the other things that you could have done with that money instead of smoking it up and burning it up just for temporary pleasure. It's pointless. Another reason why I stopped habitually buying weed is because it's a waste of time. Recently, I've come to the conclusion that, sure, in the moment, just like I said, in the moment, smoking weed feels good, but honestly, what's the point? You sit there, you smoke, you feel a sensation for a while, for an hour or two, however long it may be. But what are all the other things that you could have done with that time? Everything else that you could have done, instead of sitting there, rolling up, burning, doesn't really do anything for you. I mean, unless you're one of those people who, you have a situation or whatever it may be that puts you under extreme stress to the point where you feel like, even if I just sit down and chill, that's still not gonna help me unwind. Like, in a serious, dire situation like that, I guess I can understand it. But even in a situation like that, you don't want to turn to a substance as your ultimate, way to feel at peace. That's a dangerous path. Another reason why I stopped habitually buying weed is because, in my opinion, it makes you content with mediocrity. Because when you have a habit of buying and smoking weed or of any substance, that seems to become, after a while, the only thing that you care about doing, you kind of stop caring so much about everything else that you're doing in life. You kind of stop caring so much about moving forward. All you really care about is just getting high, you know? And it's kind of sad, honestly, when the only thing in your life that you really care to do every day, the only reason that you wake up every day is just to get high. It's sad. It just completely kind of destroys your drive to do anything except use the substance, and that's a place where you never want to be. Another reason why I stopped habitually buying weed is because it saps your energy. We all know that, we all know, for those of us who have smoked, we all know that, you know, when you smoke weed, it makes you very relaxed. It makes you very lazy, lethargic, dopey. That's the reason why it's called dope, because it makes you feel like dopey, like you're in a daze, like everything is funny, and like the world is kind of just like moving slower, you know? And when you do that, like, you know, it might feel nice for a while, but once the high starts to wear off, you kind of just feel lethargic, like lazy, you know, you're not really trying to get up and go, you know, you're not really like in the proper mind space to like start something, do something productive, you know. You can ask anybody who smokes, like once the high starts fading, the first thing that comes to your mind is either to light up again or to just go to sleep, you know. Smoking is just something that, you know, you do it feels nice temporarily, but it just, in the long run, is pointless. It doesn't help anything. And one final reason why I stopped habitually smoking weed is because, habitually buying weed, is because I began to notice that it was kind of messing with my memory. Yeah. A lot of people who smoke, they may not want to admit it, but it definitely has some effects on you. And I don't just mean the way it makes you feel. I mean the way it affects your mind. I would notice that after spending so much time smoking, and I would try to think back to something that happened maybe like an hour, maybe like an hour ago, yesterday, a week ago, it would all just be a blur, a haze. I had to really like stretch my mental capacity just to try and remember what happened yesterday. And meanwhile, if you had a clear mind, it wouldn't take you more than a few seconds to remember what you did yesterday. But when you're smoking so often, and in my case, like I used to do, when you're smoking like every day, it really just, it hurts your mind more than you might want to accept, more than you might want to admit. But take it from me, I used to do it like all the time, every day, so I know. And it's really sad, honestly, you know, because you can't keep track of things that happen in your life. You kind of just, you're letting life pass you by while you're sitting there getting smoked up, getting dopey. It might feel nice for a moment, like I've been saying, but you know, in the long run, what does it really do for you? It's your boy Zoe. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I'm out.